People in that room already know your next move. That is your problem. They read you before you speak. They predict you before you act. Your patterns are caves they built around you without bars. The moment you become predictable, you become powerless. You keep explaining yourself. That is why they stop fearing you. The dangerous man never justifies. He simply moves differently. Right now, someone near you is measuring how far they can push. They test your limits because you always reveal them. 7 rules. Absorb all of them. Your position depends on it. The world does not reward the honest. It studies them for weakness. Your empathy is not invisible. It is currency. Others spend it. Fairness is a concept invented by those who could not take power. You were taught openness builds trust. It builds a map to exploit you. They don't exploit cruel people. They exploit the ones who forgive everything. Honest men become transparent. Transparent men become targets. Every time you explained yourself, you handed them a weapon. Approval seeking is the loudest signal of social weakness ever invented. When you seek their validation, you confirm that they own you. Most people give away their power every single day, for free. The room does not fear strength. It fears a man who cannot be read. This is not about becoming cruel. It is about becoming unreachable. Unreachable men are never manipulated. They are only respected or feared. 500 years ago, one man dared to write what others only thought. Machiavelli watched kings fall. He understood what soft men never would. He said, "It is better to be feared than loved when you cannot be both." Most people heard this and called it evil. The powerful heard it and survived. This knowledge is for protection, not destruction. What follows are the 7 laws of the man no room can contain. Respect was not lost in an argument. It was lost in an explanation. Every word you offer in defense is a confession of insecurity. A dangerous man does not explain. He simply positions and moves. Rule 1. Stop explaining. Let your silence explain everything for you. Honesty is a virtue. In power, it is a liability without armor. Revealing your real thoughts gives others the power to preposition against you. Dangerous men share conclusions, never the path that led them there. Rule 2. Speak less, no more. Reveal nothing before it's time. Emotional distance is not coldness. It is the highest form of discipline. When they see you cannot be destabilized, they stop trying to manipulate you. They escalate because reaction is a reward. Remove it. The game ends. Rule 3. Protect your emotional interior like it is your greatest fortress. Every time you chase fairness, you handed your timeline to someone else. Power is not distributed fairly. It is taken by those who stop waiting. Dangerous men do not petition the room. They reshape it. Rule 4. Build leverage. Never beg for recognition you can simply take. They cannot play you if they cannot forecast you. Unpredictability is armor. When they cannot model your behavior, they cannot prepare for your moves. Predictable behavior is a leash. Controlled variation is freedom. Rule 5. Disrupt your patterns. The unreadable man cannot be trapped. Presence is only powerful when it is not guaranteed. Make them earn your attention. When you are always available, you become invisible. Scarcity creates value. In your absence, they wonder. Wondering is the beginning of being controlled. Rule 6. Withdraw strategically. Let your absence become a form of speech. The most powerful man in any room speaks last, or does not speak at all. Words are spent ammunition. The man who fires last fires with precision. When he finally speaks, the room stops because silence trained them to listen. Rule 7. Master silence. It is the only language power respects completely. Every social group has a hierarchy. Most people are unaware they are at the bottom. They do not announce the hierarchy. They enforce it through 1,000 small signals. The moment you see the invisible hierarchy, you can never be unconsciously ruled by it again. Awareness is the first weapon. It does not require a single word or action. You do not need to fight the hierarchy. You simply need to stop feeding it. When you stop performing weakness, the room recalibrates around you automatically. They cannot respect you publicly if you do not respect yourself privately. The man who needs nothing from the room is the only man the room needs. Stop pursuing people. Build something worth approaching you for. The dangerous man's greatest weapon is never drawn. It is simply sensed. You were punished for playing by rules others pretended to follow. The rules were designed by powerful people to manage powerless ones. The moment you understand this, you stop managing yourself for their comfort. The most rebellious act is not rage. It is absolute, unshakable psychological calm. Calm under pressure signals that you have already decided the outcome. People follow men who seem to already know how the story ends. You do not project confidence. You project inevitability. That is entirely different. The dangerous man is not the loudest. He is the one whose quiet decisions hold. They spent years studying how to manage you. Now you understand the game. The game does not stop. It only shifts in your favor when you see it clearly. You were never losing because you were weak. You were losing because you were sleeping. You are awake now. Everything you allowed ends today, in this moment. The old you is dead. The version they managed, manipulated, and predicted is gone. You are a weapon, pointed at your own future. Everything changes from this moment. You belong to no one, not to their expectations, not to their comfort, not to their rules. What was taken from you through submission, you now reclaim through awareness. The dangerous man was always inside you. You simply forgot to let him lead. Now walk into every room knowing nobody can calculate your next move. Not violent, not cruel, just completely, psychologically unreachable. That is your power. What you learned here, most will never understand. That is precisely your advantage. Subscribe, not for motivation, for psychological survival in the modern world. Every video here is a map. The map leads further away from being controlled. Choose to see clearly. That choice separates the dangerous from the managed. Tell me in the comments, who in your life has been reading you this whole time?